Good morning and welcome to DayBreak. I'm Deb Uren, president of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce, here today with
Terry Stiles, and we're back.
We're back. I've missed not being here.
Well, it's a busy summer. It's hard to keep a regular schedule, but yeah, we miss you.
And where has the summer gone?
I know.
I mean, we're into the middle of July.
We already had the 4th of July. It was pretty noisy.
It was. Yes, it was. A lot of fireworks and things going on, but hey, that's what happens in the summer.
That's right. We're celebrating summer.
We certainly are. And as you can see from my t-shirt that I wanted to wear today,
Yes.
we are going to be having the Lone Ranger Parade and Festival coming up the first Saturday in August.
Yeah, time to start talking about it already.
Oh,
my
it
goodness.
is. I'll tell you, that Lone Ranger posse has been working very diligently.
Yeah, well, and not just starting 2 weeks ago.
No,
they
started
start
back
August 9th of last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this year here they had 2 different fundraisers that turned out to be phenomenal.
They had the thing on the lake in Lake Orion, didn't they?
Yes. The last time I was here, we talked about the pub crawl that they had. They were anticipating maybe would have been happy with 150, 180. They ordered 300 lanyards, and they had over 500 participants.
Really? Wow.
Needless to say, they ran out of the lanyards, but they did have wristbands that the folks could have.
That's really nice, and that's great for the businesses in
the
Oxford.
restaurants
Oh, my
and
goodness.
businesses were so thrilled.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they thanked Rod
Great.
Charles. He is the head of the posse.
Yeah, he sure is.
And so that the community knows this is all volunteer work.
Yeah,
all
it is.
volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
And Rod and his group of folks, they work so hard.
Mm-hmm.
They really do.
You know, I was involved in that the first couple of years initially, and it is so difficult because they have lives. You know, they have
jobs.
their own jobs. Rod runs his own business, and they don't just say, "Okay, we'll meet up with you next week." When Rod's got something going on or an idea, everybody gets together and they talk about it.
He
and
opens his
was
home
tough
to people to come to his home.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the library because there's such a nice large community room there that can be used for these meetings. And everybody, that posse just all gets together. I was involved the first few years too.
It's tough.
And
it's not easy. It's not easy for them. I mean, all the phone calls that they need to make to get everybody together, and then it's not easy coordinating everybody's schedules if you can be there this day or that day or that. So it's a tough thing to get started, and it just completely is blossoming, and they're not doing it for themselves.
No, and these
They're doing it for our community.
these fundraisers are necessary because when you have folks in the parade like the Stagecoach.
Yes.
I mean, that Stagecoach, it's my
Fabulous.
understanding, is like $600.
Oh, gosh.
Just to have them, but wow, it is so worth it. It is so worth it.
And that band,
the Dixieland
Band, they're not free either.
No.
But they keep asking Rod, can we come back?
Right.
And that's the thing. The people that do participate in it, whether we're paying them or the posse's paying them or not, they want to come back. And
it's
we had
and they want to
70-some entrants last year.
They want to stay.
Yes,
because
they do.
The Dixieland Band wants to know after the parade, where are we going to be positioned? Are we going to be in the park? Are we going to be on the back of somebody's trailer so that we're going to be playing?
Right.
And the second fundraiser that they had a reggae band.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, guess who's going to be at the parade
Really?
also and the festival? That reggae band.
They come to our community and they want to stay because we love them so much.
Absolutely. And that was
so good.
that was a sold out deal too.
Yeah, that's what I understand. That was sold out long before the event happened, right?
Yes.
I was a little disappointed. I was on the fence about it. Am I going to be available that night?
I know.
Too late. My mind was made up for me.
And Sullivan's, they had the appetizers, and from what I hear, they were outstanding. But then again, Sullivan's, they always absolutely. They're just the best.
We're so lucky in this community. If people don't get involved, I feel sorry for them because there's so much going on at all times, and everybody puts their all into it. Sullivan's, it doesn't matter what restaurant it is downtown or what group of people, they put their all into it. So I'm excited for the parade this year.
The parade, this is, once again, it's just going to be a number of entries. And I wanted to add, I was just informed about this. I wasn't aware of it, so I'd like to share. If you've got a float, or if your group is marching, or if you haven't even signed up yet, there's still plenty of time. But there is going to be, Sherman Publications has offered, I want to say it's $1,200 or $1,500. Let's say $1,200 just in case. But it is a huge advertising space that's going to be to the winner of the best float or best entry. So, because they haven't really categorized, what it's going to be, but it just gives that extra incentive to just go forward and just do your best. I know myself personally, the Lapeer County Sportsman Club, the cowboy group out there, they come every year, and as so hot sweet. As it is, these guys are all dressed up in their cowboy garb, and I'm on the board there, and they just last month asked if they could have our big trailer so that they can haul people on that along with walking. So the cowboys will be here along with our Lone Ranger, and I think it's General Custard this year who's going to be showing. Isn't that who it is? It's not Grant.
I think it is Custer. I think you might be right, but we'll correct that. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
I know for sure.
There's just so much going on, I can't remember it all.
I know it, and I'm so excited about the events prior to that. I really haven't even thought about the day of, except for I'm really excited about it. But we show up in full OCTV, and we cover from one end of the street to the other, and all the participants, and it's just so exciting.
And you put it out, it's out on YouTube, it's being shown, and you can share with your friends and your relatives after the fact if they're unable to be here or they're in another state, just to show what your community is doing.
In fact, I have a girlfriend that lives in Florida, and she's like, wow, I wish Naples, no less. And she watched the production from last year that we put out. I wish we could have something like that in our community.
I know.
Some communities are too big to have something that cool. I think we rival Rochester and their parade. We really are. It's just bar none one of the best events that we put out in the community.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. And I share this on Facebook, and I have friends from within the United States, and I have friends out in Europe because I'm a dog breeder, so I know a lot of breeders out there and a lot of people in the show world, and I get responses from these people. So my handler lives in Indiana, and last year she was really upset that she couldn't bring her family up here, but she's planning on it this year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
I love getting people from out of state so we can show off.
Same here.
If you want to be involved, go to Home of the Mask. That's the website. If you want to be involved, it's not too late.
No, it isn't.
For the entries, so yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're going to be back in just a few minutes, so stay tuned.
Don't go away.
There's a lot of history to Oxford. Hidden around every corner, deep in every crack, and sometimes right in front of you, waiting to be discovered. If you just dig a little, you'll find the great history of our beautiful town. Welcome to historic Oxford.
Welcome back. I'm Debbie Wren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Terry Stiles, Production Manager at OCTV.
Yes, let's put in that plug too.
Yeah, I should talk about OCTV every now and again, right?
Exactly.
So I'm going to start out this this segment talking about our Oxford Parks and Recs.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, there's all kinds of things going on, and I'm going to start out with that Seymour Lake celebration. I understand there were about 18,000 people that came through there.
Oh my.
They
Whoa.
had a terrific turnout. Always, always, always when we're talking Parks and Recs, it was smooth. Traffic flow was smooth. The carnival was exciting and fun. There were no problems. I talked with Ron earlier. They didn't have any problems, of course. We are going to air that. You're going to have to just keep an eye on us because it's one of those special shows that we tuck in on the weekends. And then 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, you could catch it there. If you can't catch it on our channel, Charter Channel 191 or AT&T Channel 99, you can go to our website, occtv.org. and you can catch it there on programming. Just look for Seymour Lake Celebration. Dan Weiss and Rod Wright covered it for us. Dan's an excellent camera person, and Rod got interviews with people from all over the community.
Aw,
so it's
sweet.
really fun to see how much fun people had.
Well, and you know, I like to see things like this through the eyes of somebody else.
Exactly.
You know, and when
Yeah.
your cameras are going around the park, they're seeing things and they're
Yeah.
interviewing people.
Yeah, they're-
And this is what is, you know, I mean, this is really something that helps to promote, once again, our community. We have so much going on, and really, like you said, Parks and Rec have been doing this,
my
and it's
goodness.
always such a smooth, a smooth
They
event
do,
for them.
You know, with the staff that they have, there's 5, 6 people, depending on the season. They have 2 seasonal help. They maintain the 5 parks that we have, which I want to remind people that Oakwood Lake Park on Oakwood Road, it's a beautiful park. It's got hiking trails and 2 lakes and I think a 19-hole or chain basket disc golf course out
Really?
there, and that just opened up this spring, and it's one of the most difficult. My son disc
Okay,
golfs and has for years. They all say it's one of the most difficult courses, so they want it to be like professional course.
Wow.
It's fabulous, and the first couple of weeks it was open, he couldn't even get out there. The parking lot was full.
Good.
That park
I'm
is
glad to hear
beautifully
it.
maintained. They're going to start working on Stony Lake in this fall. Those buildings were built in the 40s, so they're going to upgrade those. They've already upgraded Seymour Lake Park tremendously.
Yes, and they're moving out there.
continuing, and they're moving out there. In fact, on our community access, Connie Miller interviewed Ron, and they did a whole tour of that building. It used to be a maintenance shed,
Yes.
and now it's going to be their offices, and I'm doing a small interview with the staff to see how they feel about moving out there.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful. They've got new tennis courts. They're putting up new fences. Unbelievable. The stuff that they're doing responsibly with taxpayers' money. But I'm just so proud of what parks that we have
Yes.
here and what our Parks and Recs department, and let me say kudos to their board, because without their board giving the nod to everything they need,
Absolutely, yes.
we'd be stuck back in the 70s. So they've done such a good job. They're in really good hands. Our parks are in good hands. And like Ron said, people look in a community for good schools and good parks and recs, because that's what people do with their time, with their children, with their family. Gosh, we've got that that swimming kids kingdom out there and everything, which, from what I understand, is a model for other parks and recs across the country.
That I did not know.
Yeah,
I just know
found
that
out.
Ron has such a passion
He does.
for his position that he holds here in Oxford. And
And a respect for it.
absolutely.
yeah.
And isn't it his daughter? One of his kids have gone to college that are, I believe, following
In
the
Parks and
same
Recs, right.
path
Yeah,
as their dad.
Yeah, well.
And I find that very, very warm. That's just a heartwarming thing to hear.
Well, and it goes back to that small town. You know, how many times have we heard our parents did what their parents
Yes.
did. It's that small community thing. She is following in the same footsteps, which
As
is just
Dad.
terrific. Yeah.
It is.
And that says a lot for what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
A name for himself, which he will poo-poo that. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He says he's not doing this to make a name for himself.
Right,
But he
right.
has. You know, he really has.
Sorry,
you say,
Ron, you
David?
have.
If we talk about doing another community, they know who you are. But that's because he's done some pretty darn good
Yeah,
work
he
here
has.
in 21
he
years.
certainly has. And he's
Yeah.
such a young fella, so vibrant.
he is,
I mean,
yep,
he just go,
And
and
that staff, I'm telling you.
he's had that staff, too, for a long time, which says a lot.
Yeah, that's right. There's
They're very
longevity with
loyal
every
to-
single person there.
They're
Says,
very loyal.
Yep, they are. They're loyal to the community. They're loyal to him. They're loyal to each other.
Yes.
They cover each other's back. And congratulations, new baby there, too, for Lauren.
Oh,
For
that's
she had
right.
a baby, yeah. So
Aw,
our
sweet.
Parks and Recs department is growing. So I had to put a plug in there for the Seymour Lake Parks and Recs, and I'm going to go through the newspaper and see what else I want to talk about. A serious note: the village has certainly been. I don't want to say struggling, because I think that they've filled in the holes pretty good, but they were missing a manager for a while, and the search is still on. They have interviewed a candidate that looked very good. It seems like everybody liked that candidate, but Dave Bailey, who is a council member, wanted to be fair and interview a couple more. The search is still on for a
Right.
couple more to interview.
Right.
So if you know somebody that would be appropriate for that position, they definitely have to have experience. I know that council is looking at budget experience. So if that's the case, you know somebody, call the village and make a recommendation, or call that person and make a recommendation to contact the village, because they've hired a firm to kind of guide us through this
Right.
lean
To kind of
period.
fill in this vacancy
right, and
for
he certainly knows what he's doing, but he's not going to stay.
No.
So that's something
He's
I really
already
wanted
overdue.
to. Yeah, he is a little overdue, and it's costing the village money, to be honest. That's
Right.
money that we could probably invest in somebody that wants to stay here. Also, Christ the King Church, so you got to hurry up on this one. They're doing a fundraiser on July 30th, and it's a golf outing. Christ the King Church is hosting that on Sunday, July 30th at Boulder Point. It's a shotgun start for 4 persons. Scramble begins at 1. There's going to be a roast beef or lemon chicken dinner, which sounds fabulous.
Yes.
Let's see, other activities in the day will include a $5,000 putting challenge.
Putting.
$5,000 and a
5,000?
50-50 raffle.
Whoa.
Tickets for the event are sold for $85 each. If you want to purchase tickets, I would recommend that you go to their website. It's www.eventreeregisterpro.com/event.
I think we'll
I'll put that at the bottom of the screen. I might have gotten that messed up. I don't have my glasses on. And I talked a lot on this segment. I'm sorry, Deb.
That's quite all right. We've got a lot more coming up, so stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. I'm Debbie Wren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Terry Stiles, Production Manager here at OCTV. Couple more things I talked too much about one
I'll
thing.
tell you,
in the
we get
last
so
segment.
excited, though.
I know.
I mean,
you know,
that's
I could
fine.
talk about this community forever.
That's
and
fine.
I want to talk about Addison as well. In the last week's paper, so when this airs, it'll be 2 weeks ago, Elise Shire, who, if you haven't met her, she's adorable. She's a reporter for Sherman Publications, the Oxford Leader. She wrote an article about Addison Township Senior Program. I want to remind people that since they built that new building, they have a new senior center, senior area, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And they are heating up, I'm telling you what. They are offering classes for painting, yoga classes, euchre tournaments, potluck meals, computer classes, and this one cracks me up, iPhone classes. I need that one. And essential
iPhone.
oils. Yeah, I need that class. And Marie May, who is the program director there, says that they've had 1,000 people sign up for that class.
Seriously?
Or go through that class. So
Go
I think
seniors.
that's fabulous. So if you're interested in what's going on in Addison Township, and even if you live in Oxford, they're not going to turn you away.
No.
Give them a call at 248-628-3388, or you can go on their website at www.township.addison.mi.us. Just go to the Addison Township website. If you've taken these classes, you know how to get there. But they have all kinds of neat things going on out there. And Addison itself does. Their
Yes.
library has some great programs. Stop by that little darling library. They're trying to get a new library out there. Property was donated to them across the street. There's issues with terrain, etc.
Okay.
But they really are working on expanding somehow, whether it's going to be building a new library. The one that they're in right now, the building they're in right now, the owner of that building is going to tear it down and create, I think, a new strip mall.
Oh,
Not
wow.
sure why. And of course, then you know the rent will probably increase, and
Of
that's
course.
their fear. I think they've been told that. But Jama is wonderful. She's a library director out there, and the programs that they have, we've been sending one of our new camera people, Janet Warner. She's a producer as well, out there. She's chosen to go out there and cover some of the library events. It's been fun events to watch. We did a thing a week or two ago, and you can find that on our website, about a gentleman who has a dog that does marathons. And he came out and spoke, and it was so interesting. I absolutely loved that show. I love my job. I get to sit around and watch cool shows about the community. One last thing, and I'm going to talk fast.
No, don't.
I haven't done this in a while. On our Community Access, you know, the show that Bill and I do, we usually feature dogs at Canine Stray Rescue League, trying to help them get the word out on the cute, cute, cute dogs that are out there. In fact, when I was editing one of those dogs one time, I ended up with him.
Did
I
you
still have him.
really?
He's a pug. Yep. Still have him. I edited that and went, nope, he's got to come home. We had just lost our dog. And so, they have done such fabulous work in this community, and we have been so busy on our Community Access with all the events and cool stuff that's going on, we haven't had room to feature them. So please go on their website and see if there's anything. If you can't get a dog right now, they always need donations. They need towels. They need cleaning supplies. They need dog food.
They need
dog walkers.
newspapers.
They
People might
do.
not understand
Right.
the importance of newspapers.
My goodness.
I am a breeder. I breed Cavalier King Charles Spaniels.
They're so beautiful.
And as puppies, I personally don't use them, but newspapers on the bottom of a crate when you're potty training are essential.
Right.
And
They
so
need that.
I too, I save our newspapers, and I take my
Yeah, they
newspapers
do.
over to them. I mean, donations of any kind will certainly help, and they've got a facility out there that you should be proud of. I've taken a number of tours out there, and they've done a phenomenal job, and I'm very, very happy. It's always sad to hear that somebody either gives up a dog. On my drive in here today, I'm hearing on the news about a litter of puppies that was found behind a house in Detroit, 12 puppies. And last night we had that torrential rain, and they were in a mud hole. And the Humane Society was out there and saved every one of the puppies. And I'm like, this just tears at my heart.
Oh,
I
it
don't
does mine,
understand
too.
why things like this have to happen.
too.
But when you have someone like our Canine Rescue League,
Yeah, we're so lucky.
we're lucky. The animal world is lucky to have people once again dedicated to something like this.
I would have a hard time working there. I've often thought of going and trying to help them, but every time I walk in that building, I end up with a dog. Our last 3 dogs are from there. So I've restrained from volunteering physically there,
Right.
but I will do everything I can to get the word out there through OCTV that
Yes.
they need help. They rescue dogs on their very last day at a shelter, the day before they're
out of
put
state.
down.
Out of state. They go to Ohio
My
a
little
lot.
pugs from Ohio.
Yeah, they go to Ohio a lot because that is
Flint
one
and- yeah.
state that believes in, if you're given
Euthanizing.
30 days, man, that's
Yeah.
it. You're euthanized.
Yeah, right. And the dogs, I don't know what I'd do without this little guy. I mean, he's provided so much entertainment and comfort to us, and he sat in that shelter till one day before he was euthanized. Why would you put a pug down?
I know.
Dogs are not easy to keep around. There's a lot of maintenance to them,
Yes.
and those people have hundreds and hundreds. They rescue every week.
Yeah.
They go around to these shelters. So I wish I knew their telephone number off the top of my head, but go to Canine Stray Rescue League, Oxford, Michigan. You just type that in your search engines, and it comes up all over the place. And they're such gracious people. They're always willing to take
Let's put
whatever
their
you can
number
get.
at the bottom,
I will
too,
do that.
okay?
Yep, we
All
will do
right.
that. Thank you, Ashley, by the way. Ashley edits this program, and I always make work for her when it
There
comes
you
to this
go.
kind of stuff. But
Well, thank you, Ashley.
yeah.
You do a good
girl.
job.
Yep, she does. We have a great crew here. I'm
You
telling
do.
you.
I that's why I enjoy coming here. I like to share. I like to talk about the community, but I come here and I get to talk with everyone. And OCTV has just been phenomenal. You
we're
guys,
happy to be
you guys
here.
are always sharing. You give back to the community. You're in our parades, whether it's the Lone Ranger Parade, the Christmas Parade. You are in parades out in Leonard for the
Yeah.
Strawberry Festival. I see you guys are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, all around the community and the surrounding communities around the Oxford area. And I'll tell you, to have a local television station, we're blessed.
We are blessed. A lot of communities don't have.
No, they don't. And the word has to get out that, we want people to see. That's why I'm glad you're on YouTube. I'm so happy we have YouTube now.
Yeah. YouTube, Facebook, we're on it all. And a little bit of an education. The funding for us comes from you, the viewers, the people that own or that purchase cable television, Uverse and Charter. And so we belong to you. And we want to do for you. So if you need anything from us, please give us a call at 248-628-9658. Contact any of us. If you need to promote anything that's going on, an event, a charity, we are here for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love OCTV.
I know you
I've been
do.
here 14 years on and off, so I can't get away from it.
We're happy you're here. And with that
we're
being
happy you're
said,
here.
our segment is over.
We talk a lot.
We did. We had a good time though, and thank you
Yeah.
all for listening and tuning in. And until next time, we will see you in shortly. How about that?
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye now.